So, yo, what it is? My name is Donatello Amadeus, and today we'll be making a different type of video because we're gonna make a review slash appreciation on the new navy blue project, which is called The Sword and the Soaring. And yeah, so I call it like a review slash appreciation because I'm only making videos on records I just love. So yeah, let's start with the review. So what can I say? It's a navy blue project, so you know it's very minimalistic slash like lo-fi type of production and instrumentals. And this time around, the drums are very stripped back. They're not as present as other rap projects, and it's intentional because he's putting the lyrics and the words, like the message front and center. So the production is behind it, giving it like this kind of like hypnotic feeling to it, because it's not really like in your face, but it's so immaculate the way it's very like piano heavy and like strings and violins and instruments of that sort. And yeah, it's a very vulnerable and honest project that I've only listened to it once while I was doing cardio at the gym, and I was blown away. Like every track just kept getting better, and you just get goosebumps with the raw emotion and the vulnerability he's like projecting on this project. You know what I mean? And the album opens up with the blood letter, which is obviously with an artist like Navy Blue, his work is so nuanced that you could really make your own perspective on the words that he's saying, because it's all based on experiences, right? So if you have this trauma or life experiences, you could like put that into like what he's trying to say and the message he's trying to portray. So the blood letter, I take it as like a confrontation of trauma or like heritage and lineage of his king. And he says like he's the stake of his pain, he's like untethering it. And so it's basically a confrontation of trauma, letting go and healing, so like self-reflection. So yeah, I take it as a blood letter, like a letter to his family and the progression of his, his psyche, his spirituality. So yeah, and he has a line that kind of stood out to me, which is it went like, "You don't have to die to live again." Basically saying like, oftentimes when we crash and burn the hardest is when we wake up and realize that, fuck, I should have done better. I should have done this. I should have like, if only I would have, which is one of the tracks, if only I would have done better before sinking so low or burning so many bridges. Basically, it's like you don't have to burn every single bridge to realize you can't go back. So it's a take on mindfulness, right? And the project was released on November 11th, which is 11/11. It's completely on purpose. This album was released on a Tuesday, and basically what that, if you, in terms of numerology, what it means is a confirmation that you're going on the right path, and the steps that you're taking and your intuition is leading you to the promised land, which is, heaven, the right steps, basically. It's a very spiritual album, as I high key think is the embodiment, like the manifestation of mind, body, and soul put into like rap form, right? So if you like progress through the album, the first half for me, the first half of the album is the sword. The second half is soaring. It's a little on the nose with it. So if you are paying attention, you can realize it. And for me, the sword basically means, the offensive, being ambitious, being on guard, protecting your psyche, taking steps towards, bettering yourself and Basically, what that means is like, also, it means like feeling like you have to do more, or feeling like you need the validation of other people to be a successful person, right? And it could also be portrayed as uh, the dichotomy of being a man, which is like what it actually means is being vulnerable, being loving, being kind, but also being strong and being independent and being knowledgeable and just perspicacious in any aspect you might have to endeavor in life. So that's what he's trying to say with the sword. Basically, it's like the offensive. But keep in mind, this is a perspective of my first listen of this project. It's very dense because some of the lyrics I don't know what he's talking about. So you have to do a bit of research to understand kind of his psyche, his knowledge, and what he's been through to acquire such knowledge to understand himself, to be able to be so vulnerable and honest on a project, right? So I take it as the second half, which is the soaring part, is that part. It's the part where you're loving. It's the part where you're grateful, you're mindful, and you heal from that what caused you pain or trauma, and you accept the fact that you're blessed, and every day you wake up as a blissful day. You know what I mean? It's showing gratitude, mindfulness, and presence, which is basically soaring. It's like soaring. You could use it as flow state. You know, soaring, just floating. So it's basically that. It's presence, mindfulness, and gratitude. That's how I take it as. But yeah, it's my perspective on it, and it's yeah. Basically, the soaring part is simply enjoying life, and so yeah, I have a couple like uh, bullet points here because this is the first time I'm doing this. So you just bear with me. You know what I mean? So basically, I also see the soaring as the dichotomy of the yin and yang. You can't have light without dark, or like you know what I mean, vice versa. So basically, the sword would be the dark, which is a very ego driven part of yourself, which is the hunting and gathering, the providing, the protection. It's a very ego and uh, confronting aspect of any man's life. And the soaring is more of a nurturing, teaching, and loving, and just patience. You know what I'm trying to say? So yeah, standout tracks for me. Let's see what I could say about that. Standout tracks are, I really liked "If Only," where he's like saying, "If only I could know the truth. If only I could be a better son. If only I could do more." You know what I mean? It's a very powerful track, and it's low key half of the verse. The first verse is like a letter to his father, which is beautiful. I don't know if his father passed away, but it's kind of implied on the project that he has. So, I mean, rest in peace to Navy Blues father. And basically, what I see the story being portrayed on this project is like it's like sort of the hero's journey, because he's writing a letter to his like family members, and as you progress through the album, you realize that um, it's like a journey of self healing, self love, and his journey of growth. By the end of the project, the last project is called the Phoenix. You know what I mean? So it's basically rebirth. Let me see what I put. So yeah, the final bar of the project is, "Put the sword down and the shield. I'm here now. It's time to heal." And it's really goosebump inducing, because the project starts with sword being unsheathed, like, so he's going on a path of like discovery, I guess, and it ends with him putting the shield and his sword down and just existing, appreciating calmness. You know what I mean? Just um, like just meditation. So yeah, I wholeheartedly believe Navy Blue has been an incredible run, and he's one of the best lyricists ever. Like the rap game has evolved so much than a nigga like Navy Blue, which is not really recognized by the masses. Is one of the best lyricists you'll ever hear. Like just his art is impeccable, and you can see the growth of a human in real time if you listen to project to project. It's impeccable. There is a verse from none other than Earl Sweatshirt, which is I believe the only feature on the project, and you know Earl always does his thing, very intricate, very his flow is very abstract, and just he always comes with the bars. He's impeccable. The song after that is a Here and Now, and it's all investments, sharing life, and then the Phoenix. So I think that's what it is. I think that's my thoughts on the album. And I've only listened to it once. I haven't really broken down the lyrics and looked into the album cover, and I'm just giving you a perspective from the first impression of this project, which is just immaculate production, the most highest level of lyricism and rapping, which Navy Blue kind of emphasizes the fact that it's more of a spoken word than rapping. But yeah, it's an incredible album. You should check it out, and it's one of the best shit I've heard all year, bro. This shit it's mind blowing. So yeah, I think that's all I have to say for now. I'll listen to it a lot more and break it down a little more, but first impression is like a 9 or a 10. This it's beautiful, and it's just it's showing you that rap will never die, because artists like Navy Blue will always exist, but it's just the most elite level of lyricism, which is the birth of rap. Just, you know what I mean, rhymes and poetry, and he's by far one of the best to do this. So yeah, Navy Blue, you're goated. Check out the project, The Sword and the Soaring, and it's been real. Take care. I wanted to say one more thing. Go listen to my latest project, Soulless, a mixtape by Donatello Amadeus. If you like similar music to Navy Blue, a little bit more aggressive and industrial, but nonetheless great. And as always, hydrate, exercise, take care of yourself, your mental, mind, body, and soul, and peace.
Your niggas can't step to me, even if you purchase every single Nike. My bitch stack the way I never miss with the beats. You're praying that you make it ass weak ass MCs, pussy.